Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is about 9 a.m. and I am about 170 miles away from home, and I am going to be doing gig work in a brand new market, brand new area. I'm down here helping out some friends. I'm going to be down here for a couple weeks, so I hope to find success down here. And it is a college town. I am in Champaign, Illinois, Champaign-Urbana. This is where U of I is, and unfortunately school is out though, so I won't have the big college crowd ordering, but you know, there are some summer classes. Not every student leaves the area, so you never know. But I did just make it to Starbucks. This is only about 5 minutes from where I'm staying, and on the way I turned on Uber Eats, got a $7 order. Hi everybody. Before we get into this video, I could not start the video without saying a huge, massive thank you to each and every one of you for getting me to over 500 subscribers. I cannot even believe this. I wanted to start this as a creative outlet. I miss being creative. I've been a fan of YouTube for probably 10 years now. Never ever thought that I would ever have my own videos out there, my own channel, let alone having 500 subscribers. This is just incredible. 2020 was a tough year for everybody with the pandemic, but my life was flipped upside down by losing my career of 17 years. I didn't know what I was gonna do, and gig work has been a great answer for me. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing it forever, but for now, I am loving the freedom of it, and I've met so many great people along the way. I would not be where I am today with 500 subscribers if it wasn't for a couple very important YouTubers who took a risk on me as a very, very small channel and shouted me out. That would be Dimples on Demand and GigLife. They both put me on their community tab on YouTube and said to check out my channel. I think I only had 5 or 6 videos at the time and probably less than 200 subscribers. And they have huge channels. They're very successful. For them to do that meant so much to me. Dimples, thank you so much. GigLife, thank you so much. You guys have been such an inspiration to me. And Dimples, you know I've been watching you since I was trapped in Brooklyn during the start of the pandemic, watching you do gig work in Brooklyn, and I said, maybe I can do what this girl does too. I also want to say a huge shout out to Jen on the Go, who at the time I only had about 250 subscribers. She offered to collab with me on her channel and my channel. That was a dream come true. I cannot believe that we did that. That was such a fun project. I had so much fun editing those videos. Her first day on Uber Eats and me tutoring her and her helping me as a jaded Instacart shopper. So that was such a fun product, Jen. I cannot thank you enough. I hope we work together again in the future. I have no idea where this YouTube journey is going, but let me tell you, reading every single comment, learning about you guys, where you work, what gigs you do, what apps work for you, what don't work for you, a little bit of your background stories. It's so awesome to hear everyone's story, how you got into gig work. I love the comments. I read every single one. I reply to every single one. I've also met so many other great gig tubers, as we call them, I guess, who have commented on my videos, and then I find out they have a channel as well. So I've been, broadening my horizons as far as watching everybody hustle out there on YouTube. I love watching your videos. You keep me going out there. You know, this can be a lonely job, but all I have to do is turn on a YouTube video by a gig worker, and it feels like I'm not alone. You guys keep me motivated out there. It's been slowing down, but when I hear you guys out there hustling, it gives me the inspiration to keep on going and not just give up and go home. So again, each and every viewer, thank you so much for the likes, the comments, subscribing. I look forward to continuing to grow this channel with the help of you guys. This has been so much fun, and I look forward to the future. Thank you so much. Bye. And on the way, I turned on Uber Eats, got a $7 order going 1.1 miles, which is great. And I just put in my order, so I'm going to go get my order and the customers. I'll be right back. All right. 2 back-to-back Starbucks deliveries, and both of them had issues. This Starbucks is out of almond milk, so I had to contact the first customer I texted her twice. She didn't respond to that, so I called and she answered. Thank you. And then super close drop off. That was fine. And then the second one, when I accepted it, it was back to the same Starbucks, and I saw that this woman also ordered almond milk. So I messaged her right away on my drive to Starbucks to say they don't have almond milk. She never replied. So then once I got to Starbucks, I called her. Her phone twice went straight to voicemail and said the voicemail box is full.
Oh, come on.
Come on. So I called the third time because I thought, well, if I call this woman a lot and annoy her, maybe she'll answer her phone since she's not answering her messages. Because this was an almost $13 payout and I wanted that money, you know? So she wasn't answering the messages. She didn't answer 3 calls, couldn't leave a voicemail. So then I'm on hold with Uber support. Well, as I'm on hold with Uber support, she finally calls back and I say, hey, they're out of almond milk. Would you like an alternative? She goes, oh, regular milk. I'm like, oh, so 2% is fine? She's like, yeah. And I said, well, they have coconut milk, soy milk. You know, she's like, regular milk. I go, 2%? She goes, yeah, I guess. I'm just like, what? Just tell me what milk you want, woman. I thought she got almond because maybe she had a dairy allergy or who knows. But anyway, I dropped that off. You know, I guess I am very spoiled in my own personal market because my Starbucks, the 2 Starbucks near me, I've never had an issue. They always have everything. I guess they know how to order their product better than this Starbucks down here in Champaign, but that's all right. I am on DoorDash, and I did a little trial run yesterday just to get comfortable, you know, driving around here and seeing, you know, what this market is about. And I've seen about 90% of the DoorDash orders that came through were all $3, no tip. But on Uber yesterday, I did a few deliveries and they all tipped $4 or above. So I don't know if that means down here in this market, if they use Uber Eats, do they tend to tip? If they use DoorDash, do they tend to not tip? Who knows? But I'm looking forward to seeing kind of the patterns of the market down here and seeing what the clientele is down here. So I do have Instacart up and running, and it is 10:30 now, and it looks like it starts peaking around this time and then again later in the evening. So Instacart seems pretty popular down here, and Shipt is available down here. There's 2 different zones, Champaign and Urbana. I put myself on the schedule for both of those. So yeah, I'm on the schedule for Shipt for a couple hours to see what that brings me. So I'm gonna try and drive back to where I know there's a lot of restaurants, a lot of busy areas, hopefully. So I'm gonna see what the hot spots are on DoorDash and drive back to those and see what else we can get. The thing about not knowing where you are and trying to work is that I'm nervous when I have to go to the bathroom, what places will let me go to the bathroom. I know the Starbucks I was just at, their bathrooms are closed right now to the public. And also just knowing where are the good spots to kind of pull over and wait. So these are all things that I'm gonna try and, you know, learn and think back to when I started in my own market. Cheers to learning a brand new market all over again. It's like 1:22, it's 84 degrees out. I'm so hot. I am not a fan of the summer. I'm not a fan of the heat. So this is gonna be the start of the bad season for me. How can I even explain how this day is going? The Shipt and Instacart orders are disappearing before I could even see them. So with Shipt, they send you the notification and then I have to open the app. Well, they send me the notification and by the time I'm able to click on it to see what the order is, it's gone. Same with Instacart, and every time I open Instacart, there's no batches available. But as soon as I'm driving, you know, 40 or 50 down the road, then an Instacart batch pops up and I can't really check it. DoorDash, I did 2 DoorDash orders and maybe 3 Uber. I'm already losing track. I just dropped off McDonald's to a dentist's office that was painless. It was this Taco Bell order that was a little crazy. So in my market for McDonald's and Taco Bell, I go through the drive-thru and in and out, usually no problems. Well, This Taco Bell probably had 12 cars wrapped around the entire building. So I go inside and I could just tell everyone seemed disoriented behind the counter. There were a lot of people inside. So there's a guy in front of me ordering, and then it's my turn and the cashier says, "I'll be right back," and then disappears for a while. Then someone who was eating in the restaurant came up and slammed a taco down on the counter, and the cashier comes back and the guy's like, "What the hell is this?" Blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't really know what the issue was, but then they remade the taco. Finally, it's my turn. I say I have an Uber Eats pickup for Drew, and the guy looks confused. He disappears again and says they're gonna start making the order. So it wasn't even started yet. Then the guy behind me, it's his turn, and another man comes up, like an older man, cuts off this middle-aged man, and they start fighting about, you know, he's like, "You always come in here and cut off people." I'm like, what is going on in this Taco Bell? I waited, I don't know, 10 minutes for my order, and then he hands me a party pack box and another bag. And I said, "Sir, this is only for 3 items. I go, "That's not the Uber order." He's like, "Oh, hold on." I mean, man, oh man. Being in a market that you know nothing about, you know, maybe this Taco Bell, it's my first time there, obviously. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. But if it happens again, this might be one of those restaurants that you avoid. Right now, I'm testing them all out. You know, I did Noodles & Company, they were fine. The McDonald's was fine. Taco Bell, there were some issues. Starbucks earlier, there were some issues. This feels very weird to be driving around where I don't know any of the streets. I don't know where I'm going, but I see the earnings potential there. But unfortunately, like I said, as I'm driving, some orders are coming through and I'm just not comfortable, you know, looking at them while I'm driving, so I'm missing some for sure. But yeah, it just feels weird. So obviously, the longer I'm here, the more I do it, the more comfortable I'll get. But man, I miss the comfort of my own market. But, you know, I'm out of my comfort zone, and usually good things come from that sometimes. So it is about 1:30. I am starving. I'm hot. I want to go eat, and it looks like there's another wave of Instacart peak coming. And yeah, with Shipt, it's difficult. These orders, Shipt seems popular, they're coming through, but I just don't have the time to look at them, and they only seem to come through when I'm driving. So this is interesting. I'm forgetting to take screenshots of what I'm declining. I'm forgetting to take screenshots of what I'm accepting. So I'll take screenshots of the earnings in Uber and DoorDash after the fact. But yeah, it just seems that DoorDash, they tend to not tip down here, but Uber Eats has been pretty decent as far as tipping goes. I find that pretty interesting. In your markets or zones, do you feel that one app tips better than the other? I'm curious to know, you know, are DoorDash customers better tipper than Uber Eats, or the other way around? Who knows? I don't know if that's really a thing. It seems weird to me that it would be a thing. I don't know. Yesterday's attempted gig work, part 1 of the video, I guess. I don't even know what that was. It was a strange day, but that's to be expected in completely unfamiliar territory. So I'm learning, and you know, I see the potential there, but I wanted to go over a little bit of yesterday's orders. I didn't do a really good job at screenshotting what I declined and screenshotting what I was taking, because driving somewhere I'm unfamiliar with too, I don't know the roads, makes me nervous, so I wasn't touching my phone too much yesterday. But yesterday morning, the first 2 Starbucks orders I took, one at 9:12, took 22 minutes. It's telling me. I'll have the screenshots up because we were out of almond milk there, and then it took forever for them to make the drink. The second one at 9:35 that came in, I think it was like $12.92, ended up paying $14.44 here, and ended up taking 34 minutes and 11 seconds because that woman was never answering. Then I was on the phone with Uber support. Then the woman called back when I was on hold with Uber support. The good thing about it, though, is in those 2 orders, I did make a little over $21 off of it. For those of you that do Uber Eats, let me know. Where it says pay to you, again, I'll screenshot, it says fare, and then it's broken down by the base and the trip supplement. I think the trip supplement, does that come when we hit order not ready and then the app knows that we've been waiting in that restaurant forever? I think that's what that might mean, because the base here was $2.43 and trip supplement was 84 cents. So it wasn't a peak, it wasn't a boost or anything like that. And then the second one, where it took 34 minutes total from acceptance to drop off, the fare was $4.39 and trip supplement was $4.79. So did they pay me $4.79 extra because I waited so long, or because I called the customer, texted the customer? Who knows? But I was really happy to see that, so no complaints there. On Uber, I had quite a bit of a lull. It wasn't 3 hours later until 12:30 that I took my next trip, but in between that time I did 2 DoorDash, and this one paid out $8.66 for only 1.3 miles, which was great. That was a Taco Bell one, where little strange things happening within the Taco Bell, but the order was a good one. That's why I didn't end up canceling it. On the way back to where I was staying, a $6 order came up for 1.3 miles, so I took that on the way home from a cute, looked like a ramen place that I maybe want to try while I'm down here. So that was Uber for yesterday. So this morning, got 4 apps going. I'm going to try and have more confidence today out here on these unfamiliar roads and just try and make some money out here and see what we could do.